Has a questionable past. Apparently she's made a living as a con woman.
In other words, by committing fraud and grand larceny.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of things I didn't know about Sam, and she's capable of anything at this point. What?
Okay, mystery of Samantha aside, it doesn't follow that Samantha would steal the innocent one just because she couldn't provide Stone Cold with an innocent one of their own.
You've got to translate.
Okay. Sam can't have children, and Jason blames himself. But then again, Jason got Elizabeth Spencer pregnant, and he's agreed to allow her to raise the baby as Lucky's.
So the theory is that Sam stole the innocent one? Excuse me, Jake? Because she can't have children of her own?
We can't rule out any possibility, Diane.
Samantha would never steal the innocent one.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down! Okay. Sam has lied about a lot of things. Okay? She's desperate to hold on to Jason. Having a kid for Jason is his priority. If he doesn't have the kid, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I get what you're saying. Makes a lot of sense now why Jason isn't really concentrating on his defense. This is terrible.
Well, Sam's known that Jason has been the father for a long time. She never confronted him. Maybe she was just waiting for a chance to make a move.
I'm going to assume that you're dealing with all of this.
Yeah, I'm having her followed, and Jason asked me to tap her phone.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I just wanted to know. Didn't hear it.
Can Jason get released if he tells the court that Jake's his son?
That can't happen.
Tolerates you? I don't. If you ever contradict me again, I will break your fingers. You understand me?
I apologize most deeply and sincerely, but Stone Cold does not want it publicly revealed that he's the true and real father of the innocent one.
Look, Sonny, it's a moot point as far as the court is concerned. Jason is not going to make bail on the grounds that he is the father of a kidnapped child. And the risk to the baby is obvious, especially if whoever has him realizes that he is the son of a well-known crime figure.
They'll panic, abandon, maybe even kill the kid,
Yes.
cover the truth.
Another compelling reason to keep...
Shut up!
Look, at this point, my advice is to let everything lay the way it is. And you didn't hear this from me, and neither did you. But I think it's a very wise idea to keep a close eye on the fair Samantha.
Go ahead.
Look, I don't like contradicting with you. It hurts. But, look, Samantha may be heartbroken and disappointed, but she's not a kidnapper.
You may be right, but there may be some things about Sam that you don't know.
I need you, Sonny. It's an emergency. Apologize. Clearly you're in the middle of something, but this is extremely urgent.
No, look, I understand. Capiche? Look, you obviously hold great sway over Mr. Corinthos, sir, and the Jackal would never want to interfere with it.
The Jackal is leaving.
Hey, any new leads on Jake?
So far the Jackal's search has been fruitless.
I'm not sure how much more Lucky and Elizabeth can take. You should hear how they're fighting. It's awful.
I fear the disharmony between your brother and Fair Elizabeth is about to get much worse. Mr. Corinthos, sir, knows that Stone Cold is the real and true father of the innocent one.
Who told him?
Stone Cold, I guess, but it's weird. Mr. Corinthos, sir, doesn't consider the information sacred or private. It seems he'd tell anyone today if it would mean Stone Cold could get out of jail.
No, he can't.
All I'm saying is that it might be advisable to tell Lucky and Elizabeth.
No, I am not telling anybody anything. Lucky and Elizabeth can't take this on top of everything else, and a lot of people have kept this secret for a long time, so it's not fair for Sonny to take it upon himself to make it public. So you have to find a way to convince Sonny to keep his mouth shut.
Look, I have no sway over Mr. Corinthos.
Well, find some, please. I'm counting on you.
Hey, you know what? I've been thinking about your situation.
I'm sorry, I don't have time for that.
Look, Mr. Corinthos, sir, does not... does not want to be bothered, okay?
Peter Geek is going to tell me when I can see Sonny and when I can't. Okay. You're just the tech support.
All right, the Jackal needn't argue with simians, okay? I have work to complete for Mr. Corinthos, sir.
Thanks for coming, Spinelli. The only one I can talk to.
Look, if this is about the abduction of the innocent one, I don't...
It's about Lucky and Elizabeth. This whole thing is tearing them apart. Lucky is scared, and he is helpless, and he wants to lash out at someone, and that someone is Elizabeth, the person he's closest to. It's horrible. Yeah. He's acting as if it's her fault that Jake got taken.
Right, when she would do anything to protect the small Stone Cold one.
And Elizabeth told Lucky that, but now she's blaming herself, running it over and over in her head, thinking about what she could have done differently, how she shouldn't have turned away.
Look, it's so cruel that Stone Cold is behind bars because he would know how to deal with this. He could reassure her.
I mean, now Elizabeth is probably thinking if she had told the truth about Jason being Jake's father, maybe none of this would have ever happened. Karma. Like, if you do something wrong, the universe will even out the score.
The blonde one is referring to Elizabeth keeping silent about the innocent one's paternity?
Well, maybe if Elizabeth had told the truth, then Jake wouldn't have been kidnapped.
I don't believe in the universe playing like judge and jury. Elizabeth's not to blame.
But you thought it was wrong for her to lie.
Yeah. You know, I just think it would be best, you know, if Stone Cold just came forward as the true, father of the innocent one, and maybe they could just share custody.
Yeah, but they had their reasons for hiding it. The way Lucky is acting right now, so angry and out of control, he would lose it completely if he found out that Jake wasn't his son. I mean, he'd probably dive into a bottle of pills and never come back. I don't know. I used to think that Elizabeth and Jason were wrong, that they were being unfair to Lucky, and then I convinced myself that they had made the right decision after all, and now, I don't know, maybe there is no right or wrong. Maybe it's just all a blurry middle ground.
I think sometimes good people have to make tough decisions that cause them much pain, but it doesn't mean their goodness doesn't shine as brightly.
In this, really terrible way, when stuff like this happens, it's easy to see what's important.
What do you mean?
Well, biology is meaningless. I love Jake, whether he's my nephew, my real nephew or not, and I don't think it matters to Lucky, even though he would be devastated to find out the truth. We've just been so focused on the secret that we're forgetting what is important. Jake is loved by family and by friends and by everybody in his life.
It's amazing how many people are looking for him. I mean, even Mr. Corinthos' first protectors of the night.
Yeah. Then we just have to believe that Jake is safe and he's going to come home soon.
Well said.
Don't take this the wrong way or anything, but you and Jason actually have something in common.
You mean that we're both the strong, silent type?
No. You guys are both really good listeners. You let me say whatever is on my mind, and even if you disagree, you still respect my position.
I mean, the Jackal greatly respects the blonde one.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate being able to tell you stuff and know that I'm being heard, and I guess that's why I feel like I can tell you anything.
The feeling is most mutual. An anonymous member of the law-abiding one said you needed to see me immediately.
Yeah, you remember the plan you came up with to get me out of here, trip the fire alarm so the cell door's open? Can you still do that?
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, the Jackal would never suggest a maneuver.
Make it happen, okay? I need to break out of here tonight to find my son.